talking today about how free do you feel to express yourself in your relationship? How well do you feel that your partner listens? I was just talking last night with someone who was sharing that, yeah, she left a relationship of, I think, 24 years recently. And one of the things that she was sharing, she's in a new relationship now. And in this new relationship, she can express herself in the way that feels natural to her. Whereas in her prior relationship, her partner used to say, "There's too many words, too many words." And I resonated with that because my first ever relationship, a long time ago, my boyfriend at the time used to say that I used big words. "Oh, you always use big words." And the effect of that for me was that I felt like, oh, I just shouldn't say anything. And that was really, I'm not going to say that I was permanently damaged or anything like that, but I want to say that that is harmful. It's not helpful. It was, you know what? Here's the thing: is every interaction we have with people, we teach, and the other person teaches us. So, in that experience where I was exploring, for as best as I could understand it at the time, I was exploring how to hold someone close to me and let them in to my personal space, my private secret core. And that person was telling me, "Shut up," in different words. He was saying, "When you try to express yourself, I mean, what was really going on, when you try to express yourself, I don't even understand what you're saying, and it makes me feel bad about myself. So I'm going to turn it around on you, and I'm going to say, you use big words, and I'm going to be a little condescending to try to shut you down so that you don't do that anymore and make me feel bad. And I'm going to keep trying to be cool the way that I can be cool, that doesn't involve using the English language in the full bloom of what the English language can do." But the effect on me was that I decided to be small. And I think that that's sad. One of the things that I champion in the people that I serve is how can uh, how can you find how to fully blossom in your relationship experiences? And honestly, intimate partnership is a privilege. It's a privilege, and meaning that, for instance, if I allow someone to be in the role, we'll say, or the space of intimate partnership with me, I am awarding them a deep privilege. So the requirements for donning that position are higher. Yes, I, as someone who walks in love, I want to hold love for everyone, and I want to hold charity for everyone, that they can, even if they're acting like a jerk or whatever, that I want to be as Christ-like as I can towards them. Um, but if they're actually proposing to be my intimate partner, then acting like a jerk doesn't pass. Being condescending doesn't pass. Because, well, it kind of comes down to, what do you want out of your relationship? So I've decided that I want to bloom fully in my life. And so, therefore, I also want to bloom fully in my intimate partnership. And I won't accept less than that. So, a lot of times, and I certainly in the past have settled for less because I didn't know that I was settling for less. I thought that, well, honestly, what it came down to for me was that I felt unlovable deep inside. That was my private secret, that deep in my core, I felt flat and unlovable. And so I thought that I felt like I needed to hang on to the person that I was in a relationship with at the time in my earlier relationships. And so I tried to overlook, I wasn't able to discern some of the not so acceptable things that were going on. I was trying to grow myself. One of those relationships was a very controlling relationship, and I was trying to grow out of control myself. And as I let go of my patterns of control, I saw that if I stayed in the relationship, it was either control or be controlled. If I was going to give up control, then his control patterns were going to completely take over. And so I had to leave that relationship. And that was hard. So, anyway, my point being that I guess I'm exploring this juxtaposition of whether we can bloom in our relationship, whether our voice and our authentic expression can freely blossom and flow into expression, or whether there's a dynamic in the relationship that results in suppressing our voice or suppressing our presence and inviting us to be small so that we can fit into the comfort zone of somebody else. And if we are experiencing that invitation to be small, are we accepting that invitation? And if we're accepting that invitation, why are we accepting that invitation? Is it because we feel unlovable? So we feel like even the small box that we're being offered is better and bigger than what we would feel if we were alone? Do we settle for that smallness because we don't actually believe that we can have anything bigger? Not because of unworthiness, but because it's just so hard. There's nobody around. Um, is it realistic? Is it realistic to even want to place our bet on that we can meet somebody that we can actually experience the fullness of ourselves and our divine nature with and actually share that? The conclusion that I came to is that it's just not worth it to be small. I would rather be single and blooming fully than in a relationship that invites me to be small. And upon standing for that conviction, standing for my voice and my authenticity, the next person that I met was someone who respects and adores that stance that I have. And he himself feels that he can blossom with me. And so we have a mutual growth partnership. And it all started with deciding that not being allowed to express myself, my real self, was no longer acceptable to me, and that I would stand in the truth of who I am and the freedom to express that. So I hope that you feel that you can make such a choice for yourself, because I do feel that the reason that we're here on earth is to express that which comes to our heart. That's the most important thing, our inner relationship with self, our inner relationship with the divine, and all the relationships that we allow close to us. The closer they get, the more they must align with that freedom and that authenticity inside. So I stand for that for myself. I stand for that for you. And I hope that you have the strength or find the strength to stand in that for yourself so that you can allow the universe to unfold the most beautiful experience of being in relationship with self and the divine and others, and hopefully an intimate other as well. That's possible. If we don't try for the gold, we'll never experience it. So I think it's a hill worth standing on. I can't remember now what that phrase is. Dying on? No, I'm not talking about dying. Yes, it's a principle worth setting your convictions for. So those are my thoughts for the day. Thank you very much. I would love to hear your thoughts about this topic, about the freedom to be yourself, to express yourself in ways that you may have felt suppressed in past relationships or your current relationship. Let's discuss if you would like to. In the comments, you can send me a DM if you'd rather discuss privately, and have a great day.